Out here at the State Fairgrounds, you might hear some songs from Oklahoma's country music queen at the Okie Karaoke Contest.
You can also hear some of Reba McEntire's greatest hits at her restaurant, just a 2-hour drive from here. Nothing too fancy, but it's drawing folks from all over the world.
Including our own David Payne and his daughter, Audrey.
Our Toca Adventure began with one word, Reba.
Reba really wanted to create something that would help our community, that would lend a hand.
That is actually not the Queen of Country, although we did do a double take.
So you're looking at 4 generations encompassed in this restaurant.
That's Garrett Smith.
My mom always said, tell your teachers, there's 1 R, it comes first, 2 T's, it comes second. They'll never forget you.
Reba's oldest niece. She runs the place.
She has entrusted me to take what she has created and hopefully do it at 110%. We've always been told, either do it 110% or get out of the way and let somebody else who will.
With a lot of input from her aunt.
Reba and I talk daily. We're constantly either texting or on the phone or emailing.
Reba isn't just a name on the wall. She's been heavily involved since the start, helping pick the memorabilia that decorates the place, to making sure her favorite foods are on the menu. That's where Chef Curtis Mortison comes in.
You can kind of follow along with Reba's music as you go through the menu and see different things from those different places.
The restaurant is a 50-50 partnership with the Choctaws. He is technically employed by the tribe. He comes to Atoka after spending 6 years turning the Pioneer Woman Mercantile in Pawhuska into a tourist hotspot. Before that, he was the director of culinary operations for Caesars Entertainment in Vegas. Here, the menu, he says, tells the story of Reba. Half the foods are Oklahoma classics from when Reba grew up.
Well,
No surprise, the chicken fried steak is their most popular item. The beef comes from the nearby Choctaw ranches, topped with homemade gravy with jalapenos and bacon.
it's just a really indulgent version of a chicken fried steak.
The other half tells of Reba's career. Dishes out of Nashville, the Southwest, Mexico, and the Deep West.
It's crazy good.
It's dripping, by the way.
It's important to us that everything here be truly homemade, so there's no convenience products. From the hamburger buns to the sauces to everything is made from scratch.
Yeah.
The busiest time to visit is midday. Reservations are recommended between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. Rebus has quickly become a popular stop or detour for those who used to just drive on by.
We're getting, 1,000 people stopping for lunch in this little town that weren't here before.
But it's also a destination in itself, bringing people to Atoka, Oklahoma from all around the world.
This week, waited on some people downstairs and went by to check on their food. They were from Australia. They had flown into Las Vegas, they had hung out in Vegas, they had watched Carrie Underwood as well as Garth in Vegas. Then they went over and saw Luke Bryan down in Texas, and they were like, well, shoot, next stop's Rebus up in Atoka.
Most evenings you can catch live music on the stage.
But darling, I can love you well till the road is cold all night.
And upstairs, the experience continues
Pizza cutter. Sure, why not?
with a store
That's what I was shooting for. Woody on Toy Story. Okay.
and, of course, everything Reba. A library also upstairs honors the family's matriarch, Reba's mom, who died in 2020, and for private parties.
Where are we going?
That's our speakeasy.
No way.
A speakeasy,
The Speaker of the House for the state of Oklahoma was in here Saturday night.
where they host multi-course dinners, get-togethers, or meetings.
A little bit of ambiance in southeastern Oklahoma that maybe you don't get anywhere else.
But just like Reba and Chef Curtis envisioned, the restaurant wasn't our only stop. Walk on down Main Street, and it's now lined with candy and ice cream shops, boutiques, an antique store, and more restaurants. All new and cashing in on their new famous neighbor.
So how much does that impact this?
Huge.
The Buffalo Nickel opened up just a couple of months ago.
A couple of those. Okay. Gonna need a bigger bag. Candy corn. Money, 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 money.
Since then, they have sold 3,700 pounds of chocolate
Cash or card? Card?
You bet. Thank you.
and have had visitors from 45 states and 16 countries.
Well, that was fun.
We play license plate bingo.
Economic Development Director Carol Irvin says Rebus turned the town's 10-year plan into a 2-year plan.
We've got a lot of new businesses downtown, where before we had a lot of boarded up buildings.
After Reba announced her restaurant, buildings that had been sitting on the market for years sold for cash the next day.
Pretty much every building now is spoken for.
This is Sassy Squatch.
And around the corner, I even ran into this little beautiful thing.
Patterson Gilman video, the famous video. It's a female. Yeah, that one. Can't microwave that though.
And some unique Bigfoot
Nice.
merchandise.
Of course, it's cool. Probably gonna have to get that.
But you know, things got positively wild.
It's an African crested porcupine.
The Education Center has animals from every continent except Antarctica. And you can get up close and personal, really close, with all of them.
We are completely hands-on. We want to teach people about conservation, about these animals' environment.
Positively Wild is open Wednesday through Saturday, and of course, Rebus has brought in business here too. All proving there can be life out there for a small town. Sometimes it just takes a big name to make it all happen.
Up next, we're washing down all that delicious food. Join our Colby Phelan on the quest to find the best seasonal beers and ciders made right here at home.